I'm very excited about this right now. This is heaven because we just saved her, and I'm loving that she's a little beefcake. You couldn't tell from her shelter photos that she was, and she's so freaking cute. This is like my favorite right here, this. Heaven. We just saved her, like I said, and so we don't know, she needs a foster or a forever home. So I don't know too much about her, but I do know she was dumped at the shelter, or I believe confiscated. It was like a not so good situation with Chiffon and Junior and all those cutie patooties. Oh, you're so soft. Because she is so, now I understand why. She was, when they were dumped at the shelter, she was immediately adopted, like the next day, returned because she, there's many different stories, because I think the first person didn't like how she would play with the adopter's feet.
Yeah, she was too
dominant. Then the second time I think was for being too I might have those switched. Second time was for being too dominant with the other dog. Which is on you, pack leader. And then the third time was because she didn't like being in her crate the first few days. So she's been adopted and returned to the shelter 3 times. She's going to be euthanized, I believe, on Tuesday. And PJ was like, absolutely not, we'll take her. So she's been through a lot these past few weeks, poor thing. I love this little lunge you do.
She does a lunge. So I've only been with her for an hour.
Yeah, I'm like, you just transferred her, yeah.
But she's the sweetest dog. She
seems so sweet.
She does this little lunge thing, and then she like kind of sprawls out on her tummy. And she's so good in the car.
So soft.
Yeah.
So what this sounds like, and this is so common in the rescue world, is that she just needs a good pack leader. She's a good girl. Okay.
There it is.
We've got a splooter. We've got a splooter. This is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Should I take you, Heaven? And did you hear that? So I'm sorry, I haven't even really talked that much about her specs here. She is about 3 years old. No kids for now, I would say. She just failed her cat test. I think Carla just said.
Yeah, she's a little too interested.
Too interested in the cat, so we would say a home without cats. And it says she's selective with dogs. I think with a good intro and as long as you know what you're doing, she would be good. Okay, you guys, are you serious right now? Like, this is insane. And I'm just shocked about how good she's being as well for all that she's been through the past few weeks. I mean, the shelter is already a scary place. To be going back and forth multiple times, that's overwhelming and a lot, and she's being so good. Okay. I'm obsessed with you. So she is looking for a foster or a forever home. And again, this is where your support goes. She was literally going to be euthanized on Tuesday, and obviously a lot of, she was rescue only, and it's scary for a rescue to take a dog that's been returned 3 times when you don't really know that much about them, because the behavior at the shelter is not always their true behavior at home. It's, like I said, a very scary place. A lot of dogs act scared and fearful, and as they should. It's not their fault, and so it's hard to tell how they're going to be at home. We picked a good one. I'm so glad we saved you. You are hilarious and so sweet and so good. Did you take her on a walk?
Yeah, she's really good.
I'm like, she's just being so good right now.
She's a little reactive, but I think that just will come with,
and I don't think any of those dogs had any leash experience or training ever until we saved them. So that's probably some of her first
she's
leash
very
walking.
excited.
Yeah.
And it was one correction, and
she
she's
listened?
so much better.
Amazing.
She's honestly, because I read the newsletter, and what I'm experiencing, she's just such a sweet, amazing dog. I don't know, she would be such a good addition to any home.
Yeah, I would say just keep up with that discipline and structure, and she's going to be great. She's going to need 2 good walks a day for sure. And then it's looking like this is going to be her the rest of the day. She literally looks like a little pig right now. Like, so freaking cute. Are we getting any questions on Heaven?
No questions.
But yeah, again, I know I'm probably getting in trouble for going too long right now, but this is a great example of where your support goes. We are currently having a system where we don't want more than 65 dogs in our program, and so we cannot save dogs unless we have an available foster home and less dogs in our program. we technically weren't supposed to, but we couldn't let her be euthanized. Like, look, can you imagine if this wasn't happening right now? So that's just a perfect example of where your support goes when you step up to foster, whether you donate, whether you join the pack, whether you share your posts, however you choose to support us. It literally helps us change lives like this. Like, she was literally going to be put to sleep on Tuesday because the shelter was full and she'd been returned 3 times, and she's clearly a really good girl. She just needed humans who could set her up for success, like Allison here. And so this is what it's all about right here. This is rescue right here. So if you're interested in meeting Heaven, whether you would like to foster or adopt, please go to our website, thelittlereddog.org, click on forums, or you can learn more about fostering on there too. I think I covered everything. I just don't want her to leave here. She's so cute. But I'll let you guys go.
You sure PJ and Steve don't want to
I'm on like
foster?
5th dog. Come on. Or let's see how she gets along with Duncan.
Exactly.
Duncan's watching. What do you think, Dunk? That would be quite the duo right there. All right, we'll be right back with another dog. Holy
She's so
guacamole. I'm freaking out. I mean,